When you're hiring your first employee, you must first register as an employer if you've not done so already. This includes getting both your federal and state employer identification numbers. The Missouri Department of Labor has resources and a guide to help you walk through the process. Each new employee will need to fill out the I-9 Employment Eligibility Verification form from the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. The I-9 form is used to confirm citizenship or eligibility to work in the U.S. The employee must complete Section 1 by their first day of work, and the employer has to the end of the third business day to complete Section 2. Employers don't submit the I-9 form, but are required to keep the form on file for 3 years after the date of hire or 1 year after the employee's termination, whichever is later. Each employee will provide the employer with a signed withholding allowance certificate, or Form W-4, on or before the date of employment. The W-4 form determines how much federal income tax will be withheld from the employee's paycheck. The employer does not typically submit Form W-4 to the IRS, but will keep a copy on file. You can see the IRS's Employer Tax Guide for more information on federal withholdings. Employers are also required to report newly hired employees to the Department of Social Services within 20 calendar days of the date of hire. You can do this on their website or by mail. After hiring employees, payroll taxes will need to be paid. Payroll taxes include federal income withholding. Employers withhold money from each employee's paycheck to pay the employee's federal income taxes based off the information provided on their W-4. The employer pays no part of the withholding tax, but is responsible for collecting and remitting the withheld taxes. Social Security and Medicare. Social Security and Medicare taxes are paid under the Federal Insurance Contributions Act, or FICA. The employer pays half of FICA, and the other half is paid from the employee's wages. State income tax withholding. Similar to the federal income tax withholding, taxes are withheld from an employee's paycheck for state income taxes. And then unemployment insurance. Employers also pay the state and federal unemployment taxes based off of a percentage of each employee's salary. This is known as state unemployment taxes and federal unemployment taxes. Missouri employers are required to carry workers' compensation insurance if they have 5 or more employees. But in some industries, like construction, they are required to carry workers' compensation even with 1 employee. Even if you are not required by law to carry workers' compensation insurance, it might be in your best interest to do so. In many cases, an employer is liable for injuries on the job. Workers' comp helps protect employers from unexpected costs. The Missouri Department of Insurance provides more information and resources for purchasing workers' compensation insurance. Missouri businesses must display federal and state of Missouri labor law posters where they can be easily viewed by employees. These posters inform employees of their rights and employer responsibilities under labor laws. Missouri labor law posters can be individually printed for free from the Missouri Department of Labor's website. There's a lot to keep up with when hiring employees for your business. But your obligations and responsibilities as an employer don't end here. Labor laws are complex and ever-changing. Be sure to keep up to date with the Missouri Department of Labor and the U.S. Department of Labor. When you hire your first employee, you need to set up a system to pay them and take care of payroll taxes. You can do payroll yourself through an accountant or through a dedicated payroll service. Many people choose a payroll service to save time and avoid dealing with the complications surrounding payroll, like taxes. Some payroll services also offer integration with your insurance provider to take care of new hire reporting, which can help remove some of those headaches. Even if you choose to use a payroll service or outsource payroll to an accountant, it's still a good idea to be familiar with the basics of how it works. There are 3 parts to payroll: paying employees, paying payroll taxes to the IRS or your state's tax agency, and filing tax forms. Paying employees includes everything from tracking hours worked to calculating tax withholdings and sending checks. Payroll taxes and filings are tasks that usually must be completed every month or quarter, depending on the size of your business.